Now, this is the question that you actually do not have in your portal, correct? Evan, very good, Evan. Wow, move another AL up. That's wonderful. Okay. Yep. Okay. So you all do have this question. Can you read it now? Okay. You are supposed to answer this question, supposedly. Yeah, Timothy, I saw. I want to give you some comments, Timothy. I want to scold you already, you know. You know or not? You know, right? When I was reading it, when did I read it? I think I read it on yesterday or Saturday. Okay, I received on Saturday, I believe. Correct? Then if your dad sent it to me on, let's say, Sunday, on Friday, I would have read it on Saturday. Okay, if your dad sent me on Saturday, I would have read it on Sunday because I was also looking at a lot of other students' answers and exam paper. So Timothy, you got to be very, very careful. Okay, really must be very careful. There were a few answers I thought you could have gotten it right, but I think you really, really was so careless. You wrote down something that was not supposed to be there. Okay, and it was so obvious that it is a careless mistake. And there are also 1 or 2 points your teacher marked you wrong. I actually do not agree. Okay, I know you'll be given mark, like the one on intensity of light. It's very obvious when you say higher intensity of light, more intensity of light, that means more light, isn't it? Should not be marked down. Should not be marked down. That one I'm very, very sure. But you let it be. Don't argue with your teacher. Okay. PSLE, they mark for conceptual understanding. Is it okay? All of you, if you are unsure of any of the marking, let me know. Let me look at the paper. I will tell you. All right. So yes, this is one thing that was discussed earlier on. Okay, I'm waiting for this answer. Okay, let me go and check on this. All right, in case there is some change so far, I can go and find out. I will get back to you. Light intensity. Intensity of light, how can it be always the same? It's always constant because the amount of light is always the same. Okay, that one I can check because I know people. All right, Timothy, let me go and check on this because that was not what we actually talked about. Irene, not to worry. There's actually 3 open-ended questions. So I'm waiting for all your answers here. There are 3 open-ended questions in this tutorial. You saw 9 and 10, which was reflected as 8 and 9, right? Okay, so what you can do is look at these questions now because if you all can take a screenshot, it would be better. Okay, I'm going to show you the Google Sheet of the answers. Okay, take a screenshot quickly. I show you the Google Sheet and I'll point out to you. Yeah, see over here? Right. So all of you actually did 9 and 10. Question 8 wasn't there. Okay, so either if you have access to this sheet, right, you can type your answer here. Okay, or you can type it into the chat. I will copy in for you. Thank you, Josiah, for telling me. Right, thank you, Josiah, for telling me your marks. Do you have question 8 or not? You type it into the chat already, is it? Haven't? If you have done that, then okay. If you have not typed it into the chat, then you have to do it. Okay, Abram, I saw your answer here. Yep, this question. The digested food. Okay, Sindhu, I saw your answer also. Sindhu, you have to start thinking a little bit. You said since food digested already, right? Okay, think about where digestion is completed and what happens after digestion is completed. All right? Because the moment food is digested or the moment digestion is completed, right? Okay, the position of the digested food, where is it? Where does it need to go? You have to start thinking. Okay, Josie, I saw your answers now. Very good. Gordon, I got your marks. Thank you. Okay, Ping Yi. Digested food, okay. Avril. Okay, Gordon, I can see that. Gordon belong to Wednesday, right? Ping Yi also Wednesday. Avril. Thursday, okay. Okay. Thursday, think about it. You talk about digested food from the digestive system. All right. It must do something first before it can be transported by blood, no? Think about, I think it's a very big hint already. Before it can be transported by the blood, what has it got to do first? This is something that we talked about even last year. Okay, I gave your feedback last year also. If you were in my class, you would have heard. Okay, good. Let me see. Yes, Matthias, you're right. Yeah. Okay. Timothy, yeah. Okay, good. Now, I want you all to start thinking, what is the difference between blood, bloodstream, blood vessel? Okay, because this is being seen, these three words are seen in your answers. So you tell me what's the difference between blood, bloodstream, blood vessels? Why am I asking you to think about it and give me the explanation? Because if you don't understand the difference between them, you're going to forever give me answers like that, which is not very good. Blood, bloodstream, and the blood vessel. What is the difference between them? Because if you don't start writing down the definition, okay, you will forever be using these words very loosely, and it's not wise to do that. Okay. Sindhu, you didn't change the answer, right? So I got Abram's answer here also. Matthias, you have to be careful about this. Xuan Xuan, I saw your marks also. Josie, I got your marks as well. Okay. Xuan Xuan. I saw your paper also, Xuan Xuan. Even you change? Oh, okay, okay, sorry. No, yeah, it's the same. All right. So let me see. Now we talked about digested food reach the brain after the meal. So when food is being digested, what is that last position it was in? Which organ? Very good. Okay. Yep. Evan, that's right. The small intestine. Janelle say blood is the medium of transport in the body. Okay, good. So small intestine, right? So can the food actually immediately from the small intestine go to the brain? Yes or no? What must it do? What is the thing that actually helps to carry substances around the body? Blood. Isn't it blood? Okay. Now, is it blood that carries or is it blood vessel that carry? Do you all know what is the meaning of blood vessels? Do you know the meaning of blood vessels? Okay, they look like the tubes, isn't it? They look like those tubes that are red and green, purple in color, right? Yeah, these are the blood vessels. Now, take note. If I were to illustrate with an example or an analogy, okay, you know, our human transport system is like our transport system in our daily life or not? You know what's transport system in our daily life? Where you have vehicles and you have roads, right? So if let's say the cars are actually the blood, okay, the roads will be the blood vessel because it is where the cars travel on, right? So don't mix up. If you say carried by blood vessel, then you are saying that it's carried by the roads. Are human beings carried by the roads? No, we have to be inside the vehicle, right? Correct? So it is the blood, okay, the blood cells that carry all these. Can? Yeah, Vincent, that's right. So you are actually talking about blood, but you mix up blood vessels. So I see different terms, blood vessels, blood, and then bloodstream. Bloodstream is similar to blood, still okay. But blood vessels, if you say that digested food is carried by the blood vessels to be transported to the brain, you will be marked down for sure. Can, because the blood vessels don't move. The blood vessels will not move. They are in place. It's only the blood within them that can flow. Clear? So that is the difference. So we will say digested food at the small intestine goes into or absorbed into the bloodstream, absorbed into the blood, that's fine. So this blood will then carry the digested food and move where? Move to the brain. Can you see that? Digested food, right, is absorbed into the bloodstream or into the blood at the small intestine. Okay, then the food is transported by blood to the brain. In fact, over here, I wanted to point out to you all, or I wanted to ask you, how do you improve this answer? But I don't want to spend too much time. I'm going to tell you now, straightforward. Okay, so digested food is absorbed into the bloodstream at the small intestine, right? And the blood, let's see. Food is transported by blood to the brain. Okay, this is